Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's second video. So day 10 will take us around the 22nd of March. We'll be able to extend out beyond that. We're extending GFS and ECM ensembles maybe run to around a couple of weeks. We're going to have a look at CFSV2 for April at the end of the video. And I shall get on with that for you very shortly. Just say that the first video released today was JMA Friday. So that's a month head look with Japanese and CFSV2 models. Have a look at that one and see what's going on. Now, before we do anything else, I was going to say thank you so much to our latest PayPal donor for GWV. So give a shout out to my good friend Shiram. Thank you so much to Shiram Pamu for giving a donation to GWV. It's incredibly kind. Thank you so much, Shiram, for doing that. Shiram is a donator, is a channel member, is a patron. Just gives loads of sports super chatter as well. Just gives loads and loads of support to Gav's Weathers. Have been with me right from the very beginning, all the way back to where I started, on the online, like 20 years ago, back in the Jurassic era, on the Weather Outlook forum. So I'm just going to say thank you so much to Shiram, and thank you so much for all of the support and for being with me for all of these years. You know, we're talking about 20 years that Shiram and myself have been friends. So thank you so much to Shiram. Unbelievably kind. Thank you so much for doing that. If you'd like to give a donation to GWV through PayPal, all you need to do is come to GWV's PayPal page, sign into your PayPal account, and you can give whatever donation you would like to GWV. You get a shout out in the videos as long as you want one. You'll also become a patron for GWV as well on the GWV Patreon page, and of course you can become a channel member too. You can become a channel member for GWV by coming to the GWV's YouTube homepage, clicking the join button, and take you through to another page where you see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and you can sign up on that page as well. On mobile devices, some people cannot see the join button through the web browser, but if you use the YouTube app, download the YouTube app and then access GWV via the YouTube app for mobile, and you will see the join button on the YouTube app. So if you're wondering, if you're on mobile and you access by a web browser, you're wondering why you can't see the join button, use the YouTube app and you'll be able to see the join button. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. We're at 10.7k subscribers. I'll just show you our live subscriber count. There it is, 10,746 subscribers. This is from our Social Blade plugin for Google Chrome. So we are very close now, actually, to 10,750. Got to put on around another 4 to get 10,750. Can you get us to 10,750 subscribers? It would be absolutely fantastic if you could. Wouldn't it be nice to see that go up while I'm recording? But I don't think it will. But thank you so much to all of you for subscribing. We are grinding to 11k subscribers. Some slowed up a lot since we've gone into the spring, as they always do. You know, it's very cyclical on weather websites and weather channels. The traffic, peaks through the autumn and into winter, then declines at the end of winter into the spring. Then it'll start picking up again around May or June. So we're in the quietest time of the year for GWV. It's all weather channels and weather websites. But nevertheless, we're still putting on a few subscribers. And if you can get us to 10,750, please can you consider doing that? Thank you so much, everybody. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody to subscribe. Everybody who subscribes brings a friend. We will get to 11,000 is the ultimate subscribe. Is all to where we're trying to get to. But get 10,750. If everybody brings a friend, we'll get to that very quickly. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Right, let's crack on video then. So we're going to start off by having a look at the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. Let's go with weeks for London today. Red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for London. We talked about this yesterday. Just generally quite a cool look about this, isn't there? So at the moment we're a little bit cooler than average with the upper air temperatures. And generally into the middle and even the second half of March, dates on bottom of the chart, we're just generally hovering underneath that red 30-year temperature average. There's no sign of anything becoming particularly warmer than average in the next week, 10 days anyway. I mean, we have got warm outliers up here. We have got some warm ensemble members. These ones up here, they appear particularly late on, but not enough to bring the ensemble mean above the red line. So the ensemble mean stays a little bit below average. We have an equal number, if not more, but are on the cooler than average side as well, including some notably cold outliers. Again, they are outliers, but the general thrust remains as it has been, which is just rather cool, really. There's no sign of the temperature becoming particularly spring-like in the next week, 10 days. Now, the sun is getting ever stronger. That's a caveat with this. So, although the upper air temperatures are generally cool from beginning to end of that ensemble, when the sun is out, the wind, and if the wind's full light, then it's not going to feel too bad. So, next week we are going to build in some higher pressure. It hopefully will have plenty of sun with it, and the winds will probably fall lighter, especially for more western areas. So it won't feel too bad. You know, we're going on into the spring now, but we're virtually not quite, but we're virtually like the equinox, where the sun will be on the equator, and then after that the sun will return to the northern hemisphere. So the sun is getting ever higher, getting ever stronger. So there will be a relatively pleasant feel by day, but by night, of course, where skies are clear, we'll have cold nights again next week with the risk of some frost, and it just looks generally quite subdued with the temperature, really, doesn't it? Subdued temperatures and the chance of some cold and wintry weather at times. With some of those ensemble members. Precipitation-wise, not overly unsettled, but then again, not completely dry either, so a little bit showery, I think, over the next few days. Probably a drying trend with higher pressure into next week, and then right at the very end, the ensemble maybe turning more unsettled, but of course that is a really long way off. But I think the main thing to focus on is the temperature, just a rather cool look about things, really, for the time being. Temperature anomaly, shot up to the 20th of March. It's going to be a little bit cold and average, not just the UK, but through most parts of Europe. You see, it is quite a cold scene across the majority of Europe, really, especially western and western central parts of Europe. Just generally quite a cold scene in many areas. Precipitation anomalies from the 12th to the 20th of March, round or a little bit drier than average, so we are on the drier side, but with quite cool temperatures. Latest wind flow map from urbanoldskool.net shows that these westerlies are still pushing through. They're quite cool westerlies, even though we come bringing in the air off the Atlantic, even though the air is coming in from the Atlantic. It's originating from like the north, far north of the Atlantic, this air. So it's a proper polar maritime type air mass, modified by the long sea trek across the Atlantic Ocean, of course. But nevertheless, it's a cool feel, and that's going to continue over the coming days as well. So this is how UK Met is looking for Monday. So on Monday, we're in a northerly wind, and we're bringing in a ridge from the west. So it's going to be cool on Monday, but we will be starting to turn things drier, begin to lose the showers from western areas anyway, as this ridge begins to build in from off the Atlantic. Tuesday, we're in a ridge of high pressure, so it should be mainly dry. Could still be some showers down the eastern side, but it should be mostly dry on Tuesday. Again, quite a chilly feel, and probably with a risk of overnight frost as well. Wednesday has a high pressure out to our west, so again, it's turning drier. Things will be settling down. Probably bring quite a lot of cloud around this ridge, I would have thought, from the North Atlantic. And by the time we get through to Thursday, which is as far as we go, this is Thursday the 18th of March, as far as we get to with UK Met, the high pressure is still centred to our west. The wind is still coming around that ridge from a northerly direction, and it's almost starting to tilt round into the northeast, actually. This high pressure goes any further north, up to here, then we will probably start to bring in like an easterly wind. It is quite cold still on the continent, so if we get the wind into the east or the northeast at the end of next week, there could be a little bit of wintry potential, actually. This is how the GFS midnight run is looking. So again, winds will be in from a northerly direction with the midnight GFS for Monday. So again, bringing in like a northwesterly to northerly type wind, could have some showers in northern and east areas. By the middle of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, high pressure's out to our west, so settling down, but winds will remain from a northerly direction, so it will continue to be quite cold. Into Thursday, again, the high pressure's over and to our west, so we're on the chilly side of a ridge, beginning to bring the wind around more to an east or northeasterly direction. As we get through to Friday, in comes an easterly or a northeasterly wind across England and Wales anyway, so becoming colder later next week, and probably actually this will be enough to bring wintry showers, maybe some snow showers, onto the eastern side of the country, can you believe? There's the -5 Celsius iceberg pushing in from off the continent. There's another an easterly bear, I think, at the end of next week to produce snow showers for east and southeast areas. The high pressure begins to reach back down across the country into the weekend of the 20th, 21st of March. So we settle things down, but under this ridge it will still be quite cold. There'll be an ongoing risk of night frost. Day 10, with the midnight GFS, is settled over that area of high pressure, under the ridge of high pressure, mostly dry. And we keep those high pressure influences going right way to the very end of the GFS midnight run. Again, the ridge is kind of centered over the country, so no sign of anything warm from the south. But as the days get ever longer, and as the sun gets ever stronger, it should start to feel relatively pleasant here through the last week of March under this ridge. But then again, probably still with an ongoing risk of overnight frost. Right, so you have a look at the precipitation type forecast based on that GFS midnight run from the Weather Outlook. Let's do that then, shall we? So, of course, we begin with lots of heavy showers packing into the northwest. So these are wintry. Have been reports of sleet and snow across northern England and parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland through today. A little bit over North Wales. Rain further southwards, of course. Tonight we're going to bring a more persistent area of rain across the country. Some of that will be heavy and could turn to snow again over high ground, maybe in some lower levels across parts of northern England and into Wales as well. Tomorrow, more showers for southern east areas, rain showers, wintry showers in the north and west. We get through into Sunday and have a more persistent area of rain coming in from the Atlantic continent. So quite a mixed weekend, quite a showery weekend. Into next week, we start to see things becoming a little bit drier, but still with some showers around. By midweek, it's mainly dry, and then we start to pull wind round to that easterly direction into the second half of next week, and so we start bringing showers in from the east, and those showers do turn wintry. Look at this, wintry showers by Friday, this time next week, across eastern, southeast areas on the GFS midnight run. Definite suggestion of bringing some snow showers in from the east with those east or northeast wind. Probably wouldn't amount to too much, but it's just the idea that we keep generally quite a cold and sort of quite a cold and chilly, maybe at times relatively wintry sort of feel going to the weather. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking in comparison to midnight run. So again, Monday, got a bit of a northerly wind. High pressure is ridging in from the west. Through next week, that high pressure takes over, but always sitting over to the west of the country. So we always maintain those chilly winds from a northerly direction around that high pressure. That's Friday. Not as much of an east-northeasterly with a GFS 6Z as a midnight run showed. So no real wintry shower potential next Friday for the east and the southeast with that. Just largely settled, but still chilly. And up to and beyond day 10, it just begins to turn more unsettled, really, with the GFS 6 as low pressure starts to push in from the Atlantic and the high pressure begins to slip away to southwest. Again, still nothing particularly warm or spring-like doing there up to the 28th of March, I have to say. GM looks like this. Again, northwesterly winds on Monday will keep the chilly feel going. Tuesday, Wednesday, high pressure's ridging out to our west. We're still bringing in the wind from like a northerly northeast direction, so it remains quite cool through to the middle part of next week. And then the GM actually, similar to the midnight GFS, actually starts to bring in more of an easterly as we go through to the end of next week. But again, probably cold enough, start to bring at least wintry showers, maybe snow showers in from the east at the end of next week. Again, there's a -5 Celsius ice firm across parts of England. Again, we've got a bit of an easterly here on Saturday next weekend. So again, that could be enough to bring wintry showers into southern and eastern parts of the country. Then we cut off the easterly, but not for all that long, then the high pressure pulls back out to our west and we manoeuvre northerly again, and upper air temperatures continue to look quite cold. So to be honest, this is quite a chilly outlook, I have to say. It's quite a cold outlook with these models in the next week to 10 days. ECM, again, we've got these northwesterly winds on Monday, which will be quite cool. Into Tuesday and Wednesday, more of a ridge building out to our west, but probably still bringing showers into northern and east areas. Then the high pressure takes over through the latter stages of next week. Again, the ECM does not pull in as much of a northeasterly or easy wind at the end of next week as like the GM and the midnight GFS does. So that's to be determined how much of an easterly we get at the end of next week and how much wintry shower potential there is in the EC. The -5 says iceberg is restricted to the very far southeast corner with the ECMWF. And then high pressure just generally sitting quite close to the country, gradually begin to slip away to southwest perhaps by day 10, starting to introduce a bit of a west-northwesterly flow which might bring some showery rain in front of the Atlantic. This will be precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from meteo.com. We've got some heavy rain coming up tonight for England and Wales. Could turn sleet or snow over high ground through northern England up into Scotland overnight and into tomorrow morning. That gets out of way. We'll have wintry showers in the north and west, and then showery rain pushing through to various intervals. This is Sunday afternoon, evening. Showery rain with some wintry, sleet or snow, some wintry potential over high ground through northern England there on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. We're back into showery northwesterlies through the early part of next week with further rain at times, especially so for more eastern areas. Then when it turns drier as high pressure builds in, but it will still be quite chilly with that ridge above. No wintry showers into the east-southeast at the end of next week. By day 10, maybe hinting starting to bring some shower rain into the Atlantic, from the Atlantic. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 via the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 22nd of March. We have 17 members of the ECM ensembles with a ridge out to the west and a trough to the east. Going to be mainly dry, but we'll be bringing in a wind from like a northwesterly direction with that. 12 with low pressure to the north, high pressure ridging through the country. So trying to bring in a bit more of an Atlantic flow with that option. It does include the control and the operation run as well, by the way. 8 with low pressure, trough of low pressure to our east, a big ridge out to the west, bringing in the wind from like a northerly direction. That could be quite cold. 6 down here have high pressure just to our northwest, so we're bringing in the winds around that ridge of like an easterly direction. 4 with a mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland. And low pressure over to the southeast is probably the coldest option. It's only 4 doing this, but it's the coldest option and could have some wintry potential, could have some snow potential for southern and eastern parts of the country with that trough of low pressure to our east. And then 4 again with low pressure over and to the west of the country, going to be unsettled or maybe a little bit milder with that one. A range of options, but most of them are looking quite chilly, I have to say. Day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This will get us to the 27th of March. We have 16 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure over to the north and to the west of the country, bringing in the wind from the west. 14 with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. Winds are in from west with that one. 13 with low pressure off the Atlantic into Western Europe. That's going to be quite cool and unsettled. And then 8 with high pressure blocking to our north. Low pressure is to our south and winds will be in from the east. That could be quite cold even to the end of March. No sign of anything particularly warm or dry this side of April at the moment, I have to say. But look at this. This is how the CFSB2 is forecasting April overall. So these are 700 millibar height anomalies. And it's high and dry all the way with the CFS today for April. A large area of high pressure over the UK, ridging up in towards Scandinavia and out into the Atlantic as well. Low pressure is up here along with the jet stream as well. You expect that to be a relatively warm and dry signal for April. The temperature anomaly is above average, not excessively so, but a rather mild average month is predicted. and the precipitation anomaly was a relatively weak signal, indicates that it will probably be dry. You'd expect that if a large area of high pressure is sitting across northern Europe and the North Atlantic. So maybe after a chilly March and a changeable March, we'll have a much drier and warmer pattern for April. We shall have to see about that. If you enjoyed this video, please can you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you do that, you'll see future weather content. Tell your friends, family, and everybody else to subscribe. Thank you so much, dear man. If everybody who subscribes brings a friend, we will get to our target of 11k subscribers so much quicker. And drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, that's it for today's videos then. So for the rest of March, it's looking quite cold. And let me know in the comments what you think. But I think the rest of March is looking quite chilly here and pretty changeable as well. So quite a mixed bag and just quite a cool feel. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that prediction. Right, so tomorrow we're going to begin with the ECMWF 6 weeks look ahead. So we'll have that coming up for you as the first video up tomorrow morning. We'll have a weekend broadcast, of course, as always. On a Saturday, we'll have your weekend look ahead, and there'll be a 10 to 14 dayer with all of the regular features as well. Sunday, we'll have GWV Sunday Roundup, a summer update, and we will be live streaming on Sunday evening from 6 o'clock. And within that live stream, we're going to show you long-range data from Patal Peng, not only for the coming summer, but also for autumn, and possibly, if you want it, for winter 2021-22. That is ultra long range forecasting in the live stream from 6 o'clock on Sunday. I shall see you then, probably, hopefully anyway. Right, that's it though for today's vids. So enjoy the rest of your Friday. You know, give a like, make sure you're subbed, all of that good stuff. We'll see you in the live stream on Sunday or for all of our uploads over weekend. But for this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.